up, Elektra?
Hey everyone, it's a girl here, Elektra Night. Woohoo! I'm bringing you a special interview with a private contractor who's also a friend of mine. I think you will find this pretty interesting. And I'm bringing you this gameplay over Call of Duty Black Ops 2, 222. I hope you enjoy it and let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below, and I know you're gonna enjoy it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel because I need 1,000 subscribers. So please pass the word and share my videos and like. I love you guys. See you guys soon. Mwah. Your girl's out. So what exactly is it that you do?
Well, we work for contractors, private contractors, basically like insurance companies. I'm not going to get too much into detail on that, but they provide what's called kidnap insurance, and to people, of importance of some sort, for either oil companies or whatnot. Uh, that's pretty much I'm going to say. Pretty much what I'm going to say about that. Um, and sometimes these individuals get kidnapped, and we get called out to negotiate their ransom. But sometimes the negotiations fail as far as what's agreeable when the ransom comes into play. So at that time, we go in and make what's called a forcible rescue, and we go in and just try and successfully bring back the subject in one piece, and we try to do it without incident.
And how long have you been doing this?
Roughly, probably about 10 years or so. Maybe a bit longer, but I guess it's safe to say about 10 years.
So, what do you consider a successful mission?
Well, for me, a successful rescue is one where we have a successful negotiation, where we don't have to go in and do a forcible rescue. That it's where the mission is successful 100% to me, where we negotiate the ransom, we pay the money, and we get the subject back in one piece, and not a single shot is fired. When shots are fired, even though we rescue the subject and bring them back in one piece, if the kidnappers are injured in some sort of way or whatnot, then I don't really see that as a successful mission. I really don't want to have to hurt anyone or have anyone hurt because of this. In these third world countries, these people are doing it out of necessity. They are starving, and they are pretty desperate, and that's why they kidnap all these people. So, yeah, to me, a 100% accomplished mission is where no shots are fired. We have no incidents whatsoever. We go in, take the subject, and out. Especially when we can just trade the ransom money and just get in exchange for the subject, and then we are out of there and forgotten about.
Have you worked on other contracts besides kidnap rescues?
Yeah, we've contracted out a few, like to animal conservation territories or whatnot, and some in Africa and some in other places. And yeah, we have done some private security for different people, different situations in other countries as well. But pretty much it's been the kidnap stuff. But yeah, it seems like more and more we have been doing lately some other special contract jobs where it deals with everything else other than just animal conservation or kidnap, ransom type situations.
With so many things going on in the world, have you ever come in contact with ISIS?
Oh yeah, we've definitely come across them a few times. It's been some missions, some contracts that were they were involved, and we actually went in and took care of business pretty much. But now there have been a few times where we actually just had to walk away because there was either some sort of intelligence presence there from either it could have been U.S. or British, and definitely we know that there was some U.S. and British special forces there in the area or whatnot, and we just could not go in and take care of the mission at hand. I mean, these guys, they they got the heavy artillery, they got the helicopters, they got the jets, they got the bombs, they got all the good stuff. We don't. They don't know what we're doing there, who the hell we are, whatever. They just assume light us up with the enemy and write us off as enemy combatants. And they didn't really even know what we were doing there. So at those situations, we would just walk away and come back when it was safe to come back and take care of our mission that we were contracted for.
Do you take your own weapons? And where do you train?
No, it's virtually impossible to take our own weapons. There's just no possible way of doing it. If it is, well, I haven't heard of it. We certainly haven't heard of it. We get our training in these different countries that we either are close by or that we have to do missions in. And we have liaisons and contacts pretty much all over the world in all sorts of countries, and we get our training there, and every single weapon is taken care of and made sure by what we call the man-at-arms, the person who takes care of all the weapons and makes sure that they're all working in good condition and all that after we train or during training and after we train, and in case a mission comes along, they take care of all that. And that's pretty much where we train in those different types of countries. And we don't take our own weapons. That's just virtually impossible. It's not even possible to do, I don't think. But they take care of our weapons, and we train with those specific weapons, and we take care of business when we have to take care of business when we travel to those particular countries. And that's pretty much where we get our training. We have different people that come in and train us from special forces from all over the world, and they do a good job, and I definitely have to thank them, because thanks to them, their knowledge and giving us that training has kept us alive.
Do you have any injuries because of this type of work?
Yeah, I would definitely say my body is all fucked up because of this sort of work. I swear, sometimes it's just impossible to get out of bed. And it's not because I'm old or anything like that. It's just because of injuries, that I've suffered. But yeah, that's just, I guess it's just part of the job and just got to deal with it. And it's the profession, well, one of the professions I chose to take up, and that's just what I'm going to have to deal with. But definitely, yeah, there are definitely injuries that come along with the job, for sure.
Would you recommend this type of work to anyone?
Hell no. As romantic or exotic as this might seem, this sort of job is not for everyone. I mean, you can really get fucked up about it. There's been a lot of people, a lot of guys I've seen crumble under pressure, being shot at or having to shoot somebody. And it's definitely not a fun thing to do or be in that sort of situation. It's really a stressful situation, regardless whether you can handle it or not. But some are weaker minded than others, and they come back all fucked up with PTSD, and that kind of fucks up their whole life as as in general. And that's just not a good thing to be in. And I definitely would not recommend it for to anyone. I think that we're ourselves, the people who are doing it, are we are pretty much just tainted, and uh, that's pretty much it. We're too far in deep into it, the lifestyle that we it kind of just doesn't bother us anymore, not as much as it used to. But definitely, I just would not recommend this sort of job to everyone. And there are a lot of people who find it to be, well, look, people are going to think I'm badass. I'm going to be this badass. People are going to think of me as this badass. They're going to want to follow me and envy me and all that. But that's just not something that's crazy talk or thoughts. I don't even know why anybody would even think that way. I If you can find a regular job and just work hard and be good at it, then I would just suggest that. I wouldn't suggest yourself being a security contractor or a private contractor, uh, especially having to pick up a gun and go into foreign countries and fight a war that isn't yours. That's just crazy. Uh, and to be honest, I really don't even know why I got into it in the first place. Well, yes, I do actually uh, know why I did. It was because I was an action junkie. But then the money came in, the money play came in, and that was something that was really enticing. Kind of pulls you back, pulls you back, pulls you back.
With all these missions you worked on, do you have any regrets?
Maybe a few, you know, especially the long range shots. You got some poor sap in your scope. You're watching every move he makes, and of course, some people would say, yeah, that guy definitely deserves what's coming to him. But still, he never really had a fighting chance to begin with, but you have to take him out or whatnot, and that's pretty much the regrets. You just wonder, was he really going to do something about it, or was he really going to do something in that sort of situation? But he was an obvious threat, and you had to take him out, and he never even saw it coming. As far as up close and personal, where someone's either gonna, it's a situation where it's whether I'm gonna shoot you or you're gonna shoot me. That sort of situation. Nah, I have no regrets for that whatsoever. All I know is that I'm gonna do everything I can, give it 100% to make sure that I go home and relax at my ranch, get drunk on Saturday night, and then go have a barbecue Sunday morning after church. That's pretty much it.
So, do you have any last words before I let you go?
Yes, I would. Um, I just want to make sure everyone shows respect and gratitude to the British soldier, the American soldier who goes out there and does this. Yeah, they sign up for it, but it's basically volunteer work, just like we do. But they do it because it's a career, and they're looking for a good paycheck and maybe a possible career in the military, and they go out there and risk their lives, and they get into combat situations, whether it be just the common soldier, and I'm not meaning any disrespect to that, but I'm trying to just level where it's just a soldier, the combat foot soldier, or you have the special forces guys. They go out there and do it, and then it's basically kind of like minimum wage, if so to speak. They get paid just like any other average Joe does, and we go out there and probably get paid 10 times more than what they do in a year for several missions, but we just get paid what they make in a year 10 times fold for one mission. And that's just, I don't know, it's outrageous. And I think that the soldiers need to get paid more, especially the special forces guys who go out there and risk their lives because they actually go out there and just go. They know it's a life and death situation, and I think they just need to get paid more. Uh, and that's just something that I think that needs to happen, and I want everyone to show them respect and gratitude for what they do because they really do it because well, I don't know. They basically just looking out for each other because they really don't. They're not doing it for the money, that's for sure. They're doing it for the love of the country, and that's something really awesome. As far as us, people like me, people like my teammates, private contractors, we don't need any kind of respect. We don't need any kind of gratitude. When it comes right down to it, literally, even though we're doing something good, if people see it as we're doing something good, we're doing it for the money, and it's good money. And we're just a bunch of assholes. We're doing it just like we're acting just like a bunch of mercenaries, bunch of goddamn mercenaries. We do it for the money if you just want to lay it all out there, and that's the truth. And if anyone wants to say they want to do it for something else or whatnot, no. If you want to do it for something else, then join the military. But if you do this type of private contracting, security work, you're doing it for the money. Don't lie to anyone. Don't lie to yourself. You're just a common mercenary, just like we are. So we don't deserve any gratitude. We don't deserve any respect. The soldier does. The military soldier does.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions.
And thank you.